These are actually more scarier than doing a big show because you can see all the faces. They're all sat there with the pints, and most of them are looking at you like they want to kill you. You know? But to be on a big stage where you can't see the faces, but they're actually loving the nostalgia and loving it, that's why I want to do this.
And as for Cav's private life, there's something he's been keeping under wraps.
It wasn't until I moved to America that, you know, I realised that I was gay. When I was obviously doing my pop stuff, there was nobody that was out. There was nobody. This was before even, you know, Stephen Gately came out. So you just were conditioned not to say it. And then the lie becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and you just got to keep going with it. Then my career was over, so I didn't have to. But am I attracted to guys? Yeah, I am. Have I had relations with guys? Yeah, I am gay.
Coming up, Gareth's mum reveals the fallout from his dalliance with Katie Price.
I used to go onto the internet and see the reaction of people, and it was absolutely awful. People talking about my son like that.
And Essex boy Kenzie talks things through with another ITV2 viewer's favourite.
It could be massive, it could not.
Blinkbox Music sponsors the big reunion. Blinkbox Music sponsors the big reunion.
Before they get down to business as a group, our new man band, Fifth Story, are getting to know each other better by having a drink or two on a night out. And Cav has something to get off his chest with Adam.
If I'm to be honest, one of the main reasons that I left my manager was because he took you on board.
Oh, shit, that's got to be awkward.
No, I will be honest with you.
That's why I didn't speak to you.
No, I kind of knew that. I know it sounds really fucking stupid to say, but for 15 years, I felt really guilty.
But hey, it wasn't your fault.
No,
I mean,
no,
you know what?
No, it was.
Well, actually, it was your fault.
I'm a boss.
No, it wasn't your fault at all.
Why did you leave?
But I just felt I was working my balls off, travelling around Asia, doing this, and I felt he was losing interest. And I'd heard that there was this new kid on the scene, this, you know, guy with abs, with blonde hair, this cute-looking guy coming into the office and going for meetings with Nigel and doing this. And I wasn't getting the time of day. I just felt... I was jealous.
You never spoke about it since until now?
Because, honest to God, I've just always felt so... I don't know if guilt is right, but so, like... Was it my fault that you left? And I
yeah, basically. Yeah. No, I'm joking.
No, fair enough, I was right.
No, listen, I was a kid, I was making my own decisions that weren't right. But, I mean, did you ever lose everything, like, lose...
No, I was lucky in that I said I hit that dark patch before I even got into this business.
As a child, Adam was sent to boarding school where he spent his troubled teen years.
From a really young age, I'd actually wanted to be an actor, but where I went to school, it was kind of like, you know, oh no, it's rugby, or, you know, acting's for, you know, oh no. So I'd forced myself from this really young age to try and be something that I didn't, to please my dad.
The pressures he put on himself resulted in an eating disorder.
For 2 years, made myself sick, from between 1 time a day to up to 15, 20 times a day. To the point that, you know, I'd be throwing up blood, but I didn't care because it was a way of not having to think for a day.
Honest to God, if I'd not woken up one day, if I'd died, I wouldn't have given a shit. Sometimes I even wished I was going to die. And the one thing that I always made me stop thinking that was, how would my mum feel?
And it was actually during the summer holiday one day, my mum, bizarrely, she came back from doing like a weekly shop at a supermarket, and she just walked in the door and said, if you throw all this up, I'll never speak to you again.
After his pop career fizzled out, Adam went back to his celebrated acting career, taking part in the much talked about gay kiss scene on Corrie.
Never felt this close. What was that?
After a brief but largely clothed attempt to be a Tory MP, Adam showed them what he had down under with a long-running role in New Zealand soap Shortland Street. Until recently, Adam was the chief executive of a cancer charity.
It's like doing your shoes, yeah? You go over and under, and you go over and under again to make a knot. Yeah. There you go, man.
Home life-wise, he and fiancée Katie, Daybreak's TV news authority, have just moved into a new house together, which is nice.
She's my world. She's my soulmate, she's my best friend, she's my lover. I genuinely believe that everything up until 2 years ago was just wasting time until I met her. I didn't enjoy any of it first time around, and I didn't enjoy any of it because I was a little foobard in the head. You know, I wasn't quite sure where I was as a person, but more than anything, I've never been able to share it with, and for me that's what's exciting, is the idea of being able to share this with Katie.
I think the thing is as well, when Adam did the pop career and acting, in a lot of ways it messed with your head, didn't it? And I think it's wonderful if he can do it now and go, well actually this time round it was great, and it's washed away the kind of bad memories that I had before, and I'll be there and I'll be holding his hand, and
I'm training her to scream like a groupie. But in that way, she doesn't like any of my songs. She likes like game songs.
Not true. That is so true.
I did get asked in my interview, obviously, about an ex that we have a link
friend.
with. Yeah. She's your friend.
Mutual friend.
I felt sorry for you on that one.
Really?
Like, just the way it's. I mean, just for what you read, like.
For me, I was very young. You know, I was in this situation. I was seeing it for like 4 months. Then it all started to get sort of really heavy, and you know, I was only 17. You know, so I had to say, right then, look, you know, I'm only young. You know, I'm not. You know, I don't really want to have a sort of, you know, long-term, you know, relationship at this age. You know, and then when she then sold the story, you know, so I just go, oh no, you know, it's all lies, which was the worst thing to do, because then she was like,
At the height of his fame, Gareth had 4 #1 singles, sell-out tours and global sales of over 5 million records. But the boy wonder's career went into freefall when he denied his affair with the audacious celebrity steamroller and ex of new bandmate Dane, Katie Price.
The only thing that I thought in my head to do was to say, no, this hasn't ever happened.
He tried to deny the secret affair with mild-mannered Price.
I felt like I had to, simply because I didn't want my family to know about my sex life.
Just one thing, never trust a pop idol.
I wasn't honest with anybody, my management, my family, my friends, and so they all backed me and were on my side. And then it just got worse.
The affair was something he found too personal to share with his mum Wendy, obviously, or even sisters Jessica and Charlotte.
Yeah, I lied. Yeah. No, but I only sort of lied about it because I didn't, you know, want my family, you know, to read that. Why would I?
Didn't give you a slap, did I?
No.
I just asked if there was anybody pregnant. That's all I said. I was just sort of like, because I didn't know. Did I, when he came home that day to sort of tell us?
Yeah.
Because we chose to obviously believe it didn't happen, and
I don't understand why he did it, because they were 17.
It seemed to get blown out of proportion, like, so what? Do you know what I mean? It got made bigger, a bigger deal than what it actually
yeah, but that's
was.
because of where Gareth was at that time, this pop star that every teenage girl loved. I used to go onto the internet and see the reaction of people, and it was absolutely awful. You know, that people were talking about my son like that. People all over the world then didn't like him. Do you think it affected your career?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've certainly had to warn people back to me, I think. Not being honest with people. I kind of lost quite a few fans then.
Since his pop peak, he's had a crack at musical theatre, tried dancing on some ice, and has also started his own performing arts academy back home in Bradford. but his personal life is something of a catastrophe.
The worst point of my life was obviously the breakup of my marriage. I haven't been the best of boyfriends, husband, made mistakes, and I'm certainly not proud of that. I don't get to spend every day with my daughter. You know, she's my world, and I'd do anything for her.
Well, you just have a little, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a little one now, 7 months. Yeah. So, yeah.
What's the name?
Winter.
Really? That's kind of cool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's cool.
After extremely minor success with Blazing Squad's offshoot Friday Hill, Kenzie went off the rails, larging it with the likes of Jodie Marsh.
Me and Jodie were cool. We had a fun relationship. It didn't last that long, but when I see her now, there's no bad blood. I enjoyed the attention, the female attention. I think I did what any young boy would do in that situation, and a little bit more.
Kenzie stayed in the public eye by appearing on reality TV shows.
It's Kenzie!
The Celebrity Big Brother thing was huge for me. Massive. Still how I'm half remembered now. Oh my God. I did do another TV show after that. I did The Circus. It changed my life because it took me away for 3 months training. And by the end of it, my body was in a shape. I was like, I like this. Mate, I joined the gym and I never looked back. I think people that haven't seen me for a while, yeah, they might be shocked, hopefully in a good way.
The skinny 8-stone kid has transformed into a 13-stone bodybuilder, the size of a modest semi-detached house. He now lives with his girlfriend Frankie and their baby daughter.
Coming from being in a really successful band and touring and that, you kind of come out of that and you think, where am I going to get my buzz from now? Where am I going to get my adrenaline? So if I'm on the stage, albeit whether I'm in pants posing, in fake tan, or I'm performing to thousands of people singing, then, you know, it's just enjoyable to have that adrenaline and have that buzz. I've always felt confident on stage. It never really bothered me that much because we were so young, we were quite naive anyway. It just seemed kind of second nature in the end, but obviously I still DJ now, so it's an element of performing. I said I don't want to dance. I don't want to be dancing around stage when I've got a daughter that's going to grow up and see it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's unnecessary.
Kenzie's opened a gym and helps train the likes of Adonis-like Towie veteran Mark Wright.
I mean, I remember when I was young, yous were massive, right? So yous have gone from like playing at Wembley Arena, having thousands of fans, to becoming reasonably normal.
Yeah.
Being owning a gym, being in the public eye, is intense sometimes. So you're going from that to normal back to that.
Yeah. I suppose it's going to be weird because we were so young when we did it. But
will you drop out your normality stuff like this?
I don't think I can because I've been up there and been down. I think if we get back up there again, I'll just have to kind of keep this all normal because I'll know better than anyone that you can have it and it can be taken away.
If it doesn't work out, don't work out. But at the end of the day, if you believe in it, I always say, just go for it.
It could be massive, it could not.
Am I getting free tickets at the gigs?
Yes. VIP.
That's what I want to hear.
I've got celeb clients, I've got normal clients, but I'll still treat everyone the same, and I'll bring the best out of everyone, and I feel like I'm good at doing that. I change people's lives.
I've got like goals, and it's to get him drunk and to eat loads of shit.
Well, that started.
Yeah. I don't know about him, yeah. He can't talk anyway. And you two, after hearing that, you've got to have a fight.
Coming up, look, to be honest, Kelly's mum isn't into this eternal reunion business.
I did not want you to go back there because I don't feel that I can cope to pick up the pieces twice.
Blinkbox Music sponsors the big reunion.